tutorial on how to use our easy easel dies to cut and emboss a hinge to make an easel card out of any 2 5x7 pieces of paper. This hinge is easily created. So first what you want to do is take your rectangular die, and we're going to put away the shadow layer for this first cut. You want to cut and emboss with your cuttle bug. I'm using a metallic paper, but you'll cut first and then emboss to get this little hinge. Now, both of these have score lines that you want to warm up before you add your adhesive. Okay, and I'm going to add adhesive to the back of one side. So I'm using a double-sided adhesive. This is the ThermoWeb double-sided adhesive. The back of one tab and the front of the other. And the first thing you'll do is apply the bottom tab. Okay, so I have 2 die cut pieces. It's preferable to start with, you need the same shape. So die cut the same shape out of 2 pieces of cardstock. And what's really important is that you take your first fold and stick it to the bottom of the die cut. All right, so just like that, and fold it over. And see what's happening is that now this has made the bottom of the hinge. Your adhesive on the top, you want to flatten the little die cut fold, and then put your second piece right on top of itself, just like that, making sure that the adhesive sticks. Then fold your hinge back, allowing the fold to come forward, and you have hinged your first easel card. Now, that's pretty simple. So it's a little counterintuitive, so just remember to hook first on the back and lay everything down flat and put your sandwich on the top. That's die number 1. So if you're going to use die number 2, and you can use this technique with either one of those dies, this time I cut and embossed both pieces. So I cut and embossed the gold layer in the top layer, and then the shadow layer with the pink metallic, just so that you can see what happens. Now, with the pink metallic, you want to take your gold layer and put it on top. And you notice that I have already put my adhesive on here, so let me just show you. So you sandwich both together, but don't apply the glue just yet. Okay? Take a pencil and mark at the score line on the top, on all 4 corners of where that score line is, and then remove the die cut. Take a ruler and your tool-in-one, the scoring nib from the tool-in-one, and draw a score line, pencil mark to pencil mark, straight across both ends of the shadow layer. Now this is going to create the hinge that you need for creating the shadow layer on the hinge, because this hinge die would not score unless it was solid. So you have to do that manually. So now you're ready to run this through your Xyron and sandwich it on top of your shadow layer. Perfectly ready to hinge on the back of a card. So you do the same thing as we did before, where you're taking your bottom layer and hooking your die cut over the back, laying it down flat, putting your top on top, and creating your double hinge. See the shadow layer? Perfectly done every time. So again, it's a little counterintuitive, but this hooks over the back first. All right, so fold it over and adhere. Take your adhesive off, put your layer on top, perfectly centered, and then you'll have, I'll just have to lay it down, then you'll have an easel card made with our easy easel dies. Sorry, I didn't put that together just as like I would like to have done, but there you go. It's quite lacy, this card. All right, I hope you have fun making easel cards with these dies. There sure is more to come in this department, but happy easel making.